Hey, good morning, guys. Here on a lovely Saturday morning in Simi Valley, California. Getting ready to go live with my poker talks, or I already am live with my poker talks. Getting ready to get started in the tournaments today. Probably do a couple sit and goes. Talk my way through it with you guys. Check out my poker face while playing online poker. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. If you guys got any questions, feel free to go ahead and hit me up in chat. I do have it up there on screen. Drop me a follow or subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps me continue streaming and bringing you good poker tips and live streams on different games throughout the week. Alright, so got about 3.6 million in the account. It's about the same where I left off last week on the Poker Talks. If you remember, we're still working on asset management and making sure we try not to do more than 10% of our buy-in, of our bankroll for our buy-in. Looks like there's a 250,000 table getting ready to start, so looks like it filled up already. Sucks. No go on that one. Here's 100,000 one. Oh, he got my seat as soon as I was about to take it. It's popping this morning. Everybody's getting in on these tournaments. Let's see. $500,000. That's a bit more than our 10%, but it's a good payout. Oh, here we go. There's only one player slated at this one. Let's go ahead and buy in. First place is $1 million. Second place is 500,000. Third place 375,000. So at about 3.6 million on the bankroll, wouldn't want to do more than 350,000 at any given point in time. Might be a bit slow with this table now. It's been switching up. 1 minute we can't get a seat, now we can't even find anyone to play. Oh, there we go. Alright, looks like I got the button. 10-8 is only double the blind. About 1 to 4. I'll make a call here. And what do you know? Got about 6 other callers. And the original raiser raises again, about half the pot. Double gut shot for my straight. ins, not a lot of outs, especially with the flush draw there. Can't really count on the spades part on that double gut shot straight. Yeah, and now there's full house potential out there with another queen. I think that was a wise fold. If you don't know the terminology, a double gut shot or a gut shot straight draw is when you need one specific card. So if you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right, to make your straight, if you're missing the 5, that's a gut shot straight. So just missing one inside the straight parameters. An open-ended straight is when you have it on the end. So the 4 or the 8 is what you need to make your straight. Those are a little bit better outs just because you have 8 cards in the deck to make your straight. With an open-ended straight draw. With a gut shot, there's only 4 cards to make your straight. And that's assuming, you know, nobody else has the cards that you're looking for and they are still in the deck. When you're counting your pot odds, your probabilities, you don't count the cards that other players have. You count it in the idea that, you know, how many cards are out in the hand, but you don't assume that it's in the player's hands. You assume that it's still in the deck and that it's going to come on the board. But you can make, you know, different reads by checking out how players play. Sometimes it's really easy to tell that, you know, they have top pair or they have that straight or a flush. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's a tougher read. A lot of times you can tell from different players' betting practices how often they're getting in and out of hands, what they're willing to call with. If you pay attention here, like Queen 5, he went all in. Somehow he still managed to get a flush, take out a player there. That's going to be good to remember when playing later against him. He's pretty loose aggressive. And now he's settling back down with his bets. Strange habits, to say the least, but okay. Alright, pocket 4s. I'm in middle position here. I think I want to go for just a raise. Just a min raise there. See what happens. Wow, small blind folded. Big blind, small stack. I'm hoping he would come over the top and push all in, but he didn't. And now the chip leader's pushing all in. I don't have top pair or flush draw there. A 4-card flush draw. I mean, I had a 3-card flush draw, but those are hard to make. Would need runner, and even then, my flush isn't a very high card flush, so I'm gonna go ahead and give that one up. Had I hit the 4 on the board and made trips, I might have called. Just because I think he had ace rag. He's still making major big bets right off the rip. He's sort of being a big stack bully, and when you come against those guys, it's tough because you want to be in there with a premium hand to, you know, have your best odds of beating them. Sometimes, you know, you can get lucky with mid-range cards, but big stack bullies are like gold mines, you know. They're hard to find just because the right hand is hard to find, but once you do, you can make a lot of money off of somebody being a big stack bully. Alright, and big blind here. Got 10-8 offsuit. And wow, I got a check option. Big stack didn't make a big raise there. The board came out. There's not much there to offer me. I'm going to stay conservative here. Not try to bluff at it just because anything I throw out there, he's able to call. Probably playing the board here. Wow. That jack high holds up. Uh-oh. Did I freeze here? That's not good. Oh no. Yep. I froze. And I lost my seat. Maybe. Oh, no, no. Can I move back in? I don't want to send up to 1,000,000 chips, even if it's free. I like my chips. Oh man, looks like I missed a hand there. And wow, 1, 2 more players dropped during our freeze. Wonder what happened there. Looks like there's been a major shift in the chip stack as well. Went over to Tomaselli. 97,000 new chip lead. Our big stack bully is back down to about where he started at the beginning of the tournament. Yeah, everyone checked around. I was able to still pot there with the bluff. It's kind of nice. I have a tight table image, so it looks like that worked out in my favor. Haven't been really playing a lot of hands. Haven't been making a whole bunch of big bets, so I guess I expected the fact that I had something when I didn't. Wow, ace high flush. Nice win. Excuse me. Alright. I'm gonna make a min bet here. Do another min bet, see if Chip League comes over the top. No, Chip League's not coming over the top. She was just calling me. Might be just calling because she has the chips to call, which, yeah, looks like she did. Or he did. Tomaselli did. Which worked out in my favor. You know, 14,000 chips is useful at this stage in the game for me. Though to her, it's not much to lose. To me, it's the difference between going out bubble or third place once these blinds start going up. Alright. So here we are, ace-7 suited. I'm on the button, so I'm the last to act. I like a smooth call here, just because I want to see where everyone else is at with the bets. If they're going to make a raise, I can easily, you know, fold without much of an investment there in that hand. If I had come over with a bigger raise, I might feel more pot committed towards staying in with a mediocre hand. Okay, big blind, small chip stack folds. We've got straight potential here. I want to go ahead and make a min bet. The way they're checking, I might get a fold, which is useful. I might get them to call, chasing flush draw. Maybe they're chasing the straight draw as well. Maybe she's got a pair. I think she does. Either way it goes, she's probably just bluffing me off. But to risk all my chips on queen high, I miss my straight. There's no sense in that. Easy fold. When it comes down to this heads up against a big stack moment, and I'm in the small blind, if I'm not willing to risk my entire tournament life on that hand, I usually just fold it, because even if I call, the odds that they come over the top with a raise is just so likely that it's a waste of an investment making the big blind call, trying to protect your small blind if they're just going to come over the top. No, it's like they're just getting 2 blinds off you if you're not willing to go all in with that hand right then and there and race for it. Excuse me. Didn't get much sleep last night. Was up running with a pretty good crew last night in PlayerUnknown's Battleground. We were made top 3 team last night. We were so close to taking the top 2, but got caught up in some gas. Oh man, I had a wheel straight there and a flush. Maybe I should have been in that hand, but wow. Yeah. Late position. I had a chance at that one. Alright, big blind, pocket nines. Big stack makes a call. Initial position. It's not a race. Guy to my left. I'm gonna go ahead and make a move here. If not, I can come away with stealing a couple blinds, which is always nice. And it didn't pay off. He caught his king, and I'm out. It's alright. It happens. 4th place. Bubbled outside the money. Sometimes you win those races, sometimes you don't. King Jack, I mean, he had 6 outs to try to beat me, which pre-flop, it's about just over 36%. It was about a coin flip. Heads or tails at that point. Which at a $250,000 investment is still tough to make. Hey, you want to bet $250,000 on whether this will be heads or tails? But unless you're balling, you know, you're a billionaire and it's just another penny in the hat. Let's go ahead and try to find our next table here. Wasn't really feeling that action at that table. It was slow rolling. And looks like they already got started there. Same thing with that table. Alright, I'm going to go a little bit outside of our asset management here. Oh, no, they're already filled up. You're keeping me honest. I'm trying to wake up. I feel like playing a different style. See if I can mix up some of the things that I'm showing you guys. Singas are really going quick right now for seats. Alright. Once again, just went outside the asset management there. Bought into a $500,000 dollar tournament. Payout was about $2 million for first place. Fast blind levels. Not a whole lot starting in the beginning here, so we'll have to make some smart plays, try to catch some cards. Maybe steal a few pots if I can't catch some cards. When it comes down to fast table play, it depends a lot on position. Like last week I showed you guys saw that I had position on one of the tournaments that I ended up placing in. It's really a matter of position when it comes down to the blinds getting higher and higher, and what cards you can play, how you play against someone that's re-raising or raising. It makes quite a big difference. Knowing when you gotta make a solid investment and how you can react to somebody making a raise on your investment that's already out there is a major factor with position. And that's why when you're in later position, you can play less premium hands just because you know how much you have to risk with less premium hands because everyone's already made their bets. In early position, you don't have that option. You make an investment and someone can come over the top and raise you to get you out of that hand and you lose that investment. So that's why in earlier positions you want to play those premium hands, just because if someone does raise your investment, you can go all in and have that chance of winning. I want to do a bit more than min-raise there, but I don't know what's up with my poker client right now. It's really laggy. And we got it all in here. No one else called? No. Big Stack might have a chance to call. I'm going to go ahead and make this call. I'm feeling in the mood to gamble. So I caught top pair. I can see if I can get Big Stack to off this hand. And it worked out. I was able to get Big Stack off. Jacks held up against pocket twos. I mean, he might have had aces there. Generally, that's what happens when someone goes all in like that, but the way I had an ace in my hand already, I knew it was a bit slimmer. I mean, even if he had pocket kings or pocket queens, I still could have caught an ace with the same chance that I could have caught a jack. So making that call there wasn't too difficult for me. And got a nice double up on my way towards, placing this tournament. In a solid position, second chip stack to Ahmed over here. $4,000 hands won, 20 million plus chips. Current is 18 million. I've had some ups and downs in this game. I was at 50 million at one point and didn't stick to my asset management and fell down pretty hard. I was at one point less than $1 million and slowly started making my way back up. Okay, so this is what I mean by early position and these guys coming over the top. I'm going to let them duke it out. I'm not feeling ace queen right now. Glad I got out of the way because he caught two paired. Ended up 9-8. It's good to know. Usually I go with a raise here. First position. Pocket pair. But, I don't know. He's already all in for 3,000. This is the easiest call. If it stays at 3,000, he doesn't re-raise there. The pot odds say I just pretty much have to at that point. Okay, and I have 18,000 in the pot. I still have the top pair. I'm gonna go ahead and make a bet of 8,000 here, just a bit under half the pot. See, as a feeler bet, see where everyone else is at. Maybe I can get some people to fold. That board doesn't look too friendly for a lot of hands, and yeah, I got 2 people to fold, and now I have a full house. I'm gonna go ahead and make a bigger bet this time. And it got David to fold. And King 7 on David's end. Didn't hold up very well either. And that was a nice pot there that I won. 18,000 from people just making small calls. Build a pot with, some smaller bets. If I make a huger bet with people that don't have any hands, they're more likely to fold. So sometimes I build those pots up to see if I can entice them to calling in for the draw, chasing their drawing cards. Even here I have had top pair. Now there's an ace out there. I like throwing a feeler bet out, seeing where they are, and that's a raise. I mean, a call there. I'm thinking maybe one of them has a flush, maybe one of them has an ace. I'm just gonna fold instead of making another $3,000 investment. And yeah, turns out he did have a flush. He made it on the river. My queens would have been good had that not been that card on the river, but you win some, you lose some. That was the thing about small investments, and when they come over the top of the race, just knowing when your hand is beat. Don't make that call if it's not necessary. The fact that Marco had called him for me means that my information was already there. I was going to see the hand and gain information on how that player plays. I didn't have to make the call myself. I made the bet there in case they didn't have a hand, and I could have got them to fold without having to show. Maybe I even could have got them to call with a mediocre hand. Alright, on the button, 9-8 offsuit. I do like this hand just for its straight potential. 3,000 is the bet. He's enticing me in, drawing cards on that call. Pot odds is not the wisest call, about 1 to 4 on that. He makes an all-in move and he makes the call. Ace 10 versus King 3. And wow, he just doubled up. Real nice off of that. And a little bit more than a double up because he had me in the pot for a bit there. Darn, I couldn't see my hand. Network lag. I do not like this one bit. Gamer's worst enemy. Literally lag. Nine, 17, 7. Man. Got his money back. Ahmed. Getting lucky on the river. That was a nice hand though. He had him beat on the flop. But it was just tough because he thought he had a hand as well. Pocket nines. Not a bad flop for it. I'm gonna go ahead and bet here. See where I'm at. Anyone raises, I got 2 callers just right off the rip. And now there's flush potential out there. Straight potential out there. Now I have trips. My trips are gonna hold up. No flush. That they did. A nice $50,000 pot there from getting Mace, Maca to call. Yeah. That's why I like those, you know, smaller feeler bets. See where everyone's at. If anyone makes a raise or just makes a smooth call. Not only does it build equity for the pot, but it also helps you start to make a read on the players around you. All those bits and pieces of valuable information are really key to making reads and doing well in poker. Ahmed was trying to sneak away with the bluff there. David kept him in check, made the right calls and the right decisions. I had a decent starting hand, just didn't pan out for me with anything of use. And it looks like I'm freezing up again. Man, forced me to fold. See, it's the only thing about online poker is network glitches, technical issues. It's so weird, but for the amounts that you can invest and how many players you can find quickly and playing against you know, a large amount of people, it can't be beat at a casino. You know, you can only fit so many people into a casino room. You know, people live in all these different places. You know, your local casino, even the World Series of Poker is tough for people to show up to. And what do you know? Here we are, top 3 again. We're in the money. I have the chip lead, but we're all pretty much evenly stacked. One hand is pretty much going to put someone in the lead. I've got bottom pair, had a flush draw. I kind of just want to call to see what kind of hand he's making bets here with. Get some information. It wasn't too expensive to do. Jack 3, yeah. Caught it on the flop. He checked the flop, which is pretty amazing. Okay. Pocket 9s. I'm on the button. I'm gonna go with min raise. I'm gonna raise that. He makes a call and then he checks. Does he have a queen? He's making the call again. I'm just gonna check this one. Am I throwing money away here? No. He just had a pair of 5s. Making calls with a pair of 5s. That Wasn't the biggest bets, but still, I would want to say I was making decent sized bets at that pot. Got him the call, still with just pocket fives. Might be going off the fact that, you know, we're three-handed now. I wanted to make a bet there. This network lag is ridiculous. I had a top pair. Yeah, top pair holds up. My raise was the right move there. Alright. I got a gut shot, and there's my straight. Let's go ahead and make the bet there. No, he insta-folded. Pocket fives, I don't really feel like playing. And there's a raise. And there's that ace. It's one of those situations where everything just felt wrong. So, decided to get out of the way. Sometimes those gut instinct moves, I mean, chances are he had an ace. You know, don't really raise with not much of anything there. And I got him to call, wow. I wanted to make a bit of a bigger bet there, but I was running out of time. Let's see if my two pair holds up. It does. And David is in a pretty crummy position right now. He doesn't even have 3 blinds. I'm going to be a bit of a big stack bully here. See if I can raise him. Yeah, and he comes over the top with an all-in. And man, did I just get lucky. Oh man, I'm sorry, David. But, my full house with a 9-3 offsuit. Big stack bully, never say it doesn't pay off. When you get into that low position and you're so far under the blinds, it's really crucial if you have the big stack to try to make those plays against those players, especially if you want to take the top spot. I'm going to make the call here. No, god dang it, I ran out of time, I couldn't make the call. The straight potential and the flush potential there was what made me want to make that call. Not to mention the investment amount wasn't too much. Sort of the same ordeal, but it's double gut shot. Raise, please raise. Don't do this to me now. I'm heads up. It's final part of this tournament. I got pocket tens and now it's just messing up. I couldn't even see what happened there. God dang it, it made me fold. They really need to fix this. I'm gonna have to start making some moves here. If the network lets me. Because right now it's just ridiculously laggy. I got a gut shot on the straight. I'm feeling like checks are worthy here. Yeah, 5-3, he caught a pair of threes. hungry. I want to take this top spot, but I'm having some technical issues, and I don't know why. You know, I pay a premium price for solid internet and expect it a little bit better than this. So he comes over the top all in after I make about a pot size bet. And once again, the network lag's not letting me do anything. I'm just folding. Alright, at this point I'm sort of getting fed up here, so I'm just going to go ahead and go all in with a King Jack. I don't even know what's happening. I can't see. The lag is really difficult. Oh wow, I lost. He had King Queen to my King Jack. I think Ahmed was a bit fishy there as far as technical glitches suddenly coming into play, but I won 1,000,000 chips, so that's cool. Let's head back to the lobby here. I mean, that wasn't the best of payouts, best of poker play. 500,000, and you know, I only doubled my money on that risk. I feel like it should be a little bit more, but that's the way it is with most of these sit and goes. I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure out why I'm having so many issues, but we had a pretty good day as far as poker went. One tournament got bubbled. That wasn't the greatest, but fourth place isn't too bad. Out of 9 players, still higher than half the people there. And then one tournament took second place, and I was chip lead for a long time and getting those network issues and sort of throwing off key hands that I needed to win. I mean, at those fast stakes and when your head's up, you know, one hand makes all the difference. It really does. So those network issues can be a bit of a bother for any of that. Going to go ahead and call our stream for the day. So far, we've had maybe 3. Yeah, this is my third Poker Talk stream. Been getting a little bit of feedback, but not too much. I would love to hear some more back from you guys out there, and what do you want to know about poker? What type of things should I do else in the Poker Talks? Any real beginners out there that need me to go over the basics, I can do that. I can talk about, you know, what are hands and what are pot odds, those type of things. But without feedback from the community, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure where everybody's at and what they want to know from these Poker Talks. Hope to see you guys next week, and always follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch TV. I'm trying to reach my follower goal up top there. Currently have 12 out of the 25 that I'm trying to get for this month. Appreciate. Always stay gaming.